Good morning, class. I am Giuseppe Marrero, and today we will be exploring the connections of pride between Death of a Salesman, a form of art, a poem, a song, and a film. Each depicts the theme that pride can lead to one's downfall. The first example, Proud Man, an image created by Joy Delta, illustrates the pride of an empty man. Similar to Willy Loman from Death of a Salesman, the man in this image is cast out of a colorful world, as he created a dull world full of lies and regrets, or as they say, there's a lot of gray area. You can see by the suit that this is a businessman, like Willy, and the businessman is thought to be living well, but somewhat secretive. However, in this case, the businessman is colored black and white, which portrays a fake world as his pride blinds him from the colorful reality, much like Willy. The proud man has a grin, which shows that he just cannot get over himself. Like the image, Willy seems to grin as he lies to his family and friends, even to himself, because he is too proud of his name to admit that he is failing. You and Hap and I'll show you all the towns. America is full of beautiful towns and fine, upstanding people. And they know me, boys. They know me up and down New England. The finest people. And when I bring you fellas up, there'll be open sesame for all of us. 'Cause one thing, boys, I have friends. I can park my car in any street in New England, and the cops protect it like their own. This summer, eh? Despite evidence of Willy having few friends and is truly unsuccessful, his sense of pride leads him to insist he is well liked. This then leaves him to have such a proud grin, like the man portrayed in the image. Our next example is Up, a song by Shania Twain. Shania Twain seems to have high expectations of herself, as she claims things can just go up in a bad situation. This relates to Willy, as his exaggerated sense of pride suggests his underlying insecurity and desperate concern over meeting his high expectations. In Act 1, Willy states, "That's just what I mean. Bernard can get the best marks in school, you understand? But when he gets out in the business world, you understand? You are going to be 5 times ahead of him. That's why I thank Almighty God you're both built like Adonises. Because the man who makes an appearance in this business world, the man who creates personal interests, is the man who gets ahead. Be liked, and you will never want. You take me, for instance. I never have to wait in line to see a buyer. Willy Loman is here. That's all they have to know, and I go right through." Willy falsely insists he is a good, hard-working man, when really his sales are not good at all. "You want a job?" "I got a job, I told you that. What the hell you offer me a job for?" "Don't get insulted. Don't insult me." Willy always tried to be better or cooler than Charlie, but in reality, he is quite jealous of him. In the poem Pride, the Master of Disguise, written by Peter Hall, being offended is pride. How dare they say that? Don't they know who I am? It relates to Willy when Charlie offers him a job. This hurts Willy's pride as he wants to keep his name high, and his delusional pride will not allow people to think that Charlie has succeeded over him if he works for Charlie. "They laugh at me, eh? Go to Filings. Go to the Hub. Go to Slattery's. Boston. Call out the name Willy Loman and see what happens. Big shot. Alright, Pop. Big. Alright." Once again, Willy's pride illuminates his blindness to his reality. Self-defense is pride. "I'm better than you. You owe me another chance." He defends himself pretending he is successful, hinting to Biff that he should give him another chance and see how he really is. But it just is not true. Our final connection is of a film published in 1996 called The Crucible, directed by Nicholas Heitner. The Crucible is also a playwright written by Arthur Miller. They are both based on the same tragic event. Our Death of the Salesman is a film playwright created to show the impossibilities of the American dream. Within Death of a Salesman and The Crucible by Nicholas Heitner, each dealt with a society which defeated the average hardworking man. Willie Loman from Death of a Salesman and John Proctor, the protagonists from The Crucible, were alike in many ways. They both had external affairs, and within both, the affairs ended up taking their lives. John Proctor made decisions largely based on his family name, as well as Willie Loman.
Please, mister. No, you can see me sign it. You have no need of this. Proctor, the village must have proof. Damn the village! Is there no good penitence but it be public? God does not need my name nailed to the church. God knows how black my sins are. Look, you promised I teach my sons to walk like men in the world, and I sold my friends. You have not sold. I in all of them when I nail this to the church, and they have hanged for silence. I must have good and legal proof that you have confessed to witchcraft, Proctor. When the High Court, your word is good enough. Tell them Proctor broke to his knees and wept like a woman. But my name I cannot sign. Why? Do you mean to deny this confession when you agree? I mean to deny nothing. Then explain to me why you will not. Because it is my name! Because I cannot have another in my life! Because I lie inside myself to lies! Because I am not worth the dust on the feet of them you have hanged. I have given you my soul. Leave me my name! Is that not...
Their sense of pride led them into a state of blindness to reality, making them commit acts they thought were helping their pride, but ironically hurt it. Names were important to both men, and they both took pride in their names, which ultimately led to their death. So as you can see, the thematic connection of pride and Death of a Salesman, and all these other forms of art, depicts itself as a coping mechanism and as a means of self-deception. This ultimately shows us that pride can in fact lead to one's downfall, as we attempt to cover the gap between reality and our high expectations.